Welcome back to ARC Tutorials. This is HTML full tutorial series for absolute beginners. In the last episode, we learned about headings in HTML. We saw headings which are ranging from H1 to H6. In today's episode, we are going to learn about paragraphs, an important aspect, especially if you are working with a website for a small business, content management system, enterprise, or any HTML page for that matter. I don't think there is any HTML page which will not use paragraphs, right? Maybe a overstatement, but if you know of a website which does not use any paragraphs, do let me know, share that link in the comment section. Let's get started with today's episode, part 6 of the series. Today we are learning about paragraphs. If you have missed out on any of the previous episodes, make sure you check out the playlist link which is in the description box below so that you can learn everything about HTML from scratch. Alright, so what are paragraphs? Paragraphs are nothing but whenever you want to start content on a new line, right, which is usually a block of text. So you write paragraphs. That paragraphs is nothing but sentences, right? Few words together or sentences. And usually you want them in a new line. That's where you will use paragraph. One of the most frequently asked questions I get is, can we use any number of paragraphs in a page? Of course, you can use any number of paragraphs. There is no restriction. When defining content, paragraphs add for readability of the article content, right? Now, I'll show you both the examples of how an ugly content can look like and how it can be beautified, readable, how we can make it more readable with paragraphs. To write paragraphs, we will use the P tag. Okay, P stands for paragraph. All right, so let's get started with our hands-on. And this is what we did in the last episode with headings, right? So I'm going to retain one or two headings and remaining I'm going to delete. So now first I want to show you a example of how it would look without. This is test content type learning HTML. Now see, now tell me whether it looks good. Does it look good? Can you read anything? If you see something like this, will you be able to read it? Do you think it is attractive? Do you think it is readable? No, right? So let's make it more beautiful. Okay, so beautiful as in you can make it into paragraph. Okay, open paragraph, end tag, start paragraph tag, end tag, and then make it, break it. Okay, so say this is one paragraph, close it here, again start a new paragraph. So paragraph basically will get it into the next line. So at least the text is not big enough and it is not totally readable at all. Instead you can break it into smaller chunks which goes into new line. So this is how it would look. Again, this text is anyway not a proper text, but I'll show you that in just a bit. And close the paragraph tag, close the paragraph tag. Now you'll see the difference that now it looks broken down into next lines, right? So at least whatever content will be there will be much better presented, much better readable. So whenever you want to get content to next line or a new line, right, you would use the paragraph tags. Okay, that's the use of paragraph tags. Now, can you use paragraphs inside paragraph? Of course you can add it, but is it a good practice? It's not. Okay, so then you will ask me, how do we group it, right? So for that you'll have to wait one or two episodes till I cover the block elements like div. Okay, so for that you'll have to wait. For now, what we know, we have learned to put doc type, right? And then we are able to add headings into our web page. We are able to add paragraphs and make it. So now what I want you to do is add some meaningful content with lot of paragraphs, make it look like a journal. Okay, all you have to do is write some meaningful content and add some text to it. If you want to go further one step practicing, I want you to do this. Um, make a make your CV. Okay, make your CV here, and you say put a heading tag H2 and say uh, experience. Write your experience in one line, then write your education in one line, and finally write your hobbies in the next heading. Okay, Now see, slowly it's becoming taking shape of a resume. Okay, so go ahead, that's your assignment. Also, as part of homework, give style, background color for experience, education and hobby, and make it look like a flow of a web page. Trust me, slowly you'll get there. You'll start designing professional web pages in no time. I hope you're doing your exercises and homework correctly. So keep doing that, keep practicing a lot. We both will reach to where we want to go. Alright, in the next episode, I'll cover about horizontal line and line breaks, very important, especially when you're writing, working with content and all that, you will need these things. Though fundamental, basic things for experienced, but still, yeah, there is a lot to learn. Learning never stops. Keep learning, keep growing. I'll see you in the next episode.